Welcome back everybody. Some time ago I had an assignment in school where I had to make use of different slow shutter speeds to create a photo with motion in the background. This was a really fun task, so I brought my GoPro along with me to record my process, and that's what today's video is about. So let's just get right into it. So to solve this assignment I took the train to Aarhus on a way too rainy day. To try and keep my settings the same for each image, I used my Earth variable ND2 to 400 filter to be able to adjust my shutter speed without changing my f-stop and my ISO. The hard part about this was that the background had to be in motion. As you can see here, I have some motion with the bicycles, but they are in the foreground and not the background. So to do something else, I tried to frame the roadwork sign and get the cars in the background to be moving. I quickly found out I had to use my tripod. I'd say I'm pretty good at handheld photos, but 1/20th of a second is kind of the slowest I can go. And when I had to shoot down to at least 1/4 of a second, the image would be way too blurry if I held it myself. As I started to walk along the road to find a new scene, I came across this open gate, which would be pretty interesting. I got in and set up my camera on my tripod, and then I shot all the different photos. And they are quite nice in my opinion. But in the end I didn't choose any of these for one simple reason that I first saw in my editing process. As you can see here, the middle beam of the gate isn't in the middle of the window, and that's just a detail that I didn't like. After I was done at the gate, I kept going down the road to this roadwork that was being done under the bridge. This was both a plus and a minus. For starters, I was sure that I had cars to bring motion into the photo, but they drove really slow because of the roadwork. So that was something I'd have to time the photos to. I loved the framing with these pillars as the foreground, the traffic cone as a middle ground, and then 2 layers of moving cars as the background. But once again, I had to move my framing. Because as you can see here, the traffic cones aren't totally clear of the bridge pillars, so I had to get my camera a bit up higher, and that made a huge difference. All of a sudden the traffic cones became the focus and the subject of this photo. I shot these photos from 1/60th of a second to a 1 second exposure, and they are all really cool. I especially like the one shot at 1/4 because of how wonky it looks when a person walks into the exposure. In the end I chose to go with my 1 second exposure because of the long light trail. Overall, I love the colors and moods in this series. If you found this assignment video interesting, where I talk a bit about my approach to solving these assignments, make sure to let me know here or on my Instagram. then I'll make sure to make more videos like this in the future.